two words in the context of our Sanatana Dharma which are very, very, very lofty words. That is the Veda and the Vedanta. The word Veda and the Vedanta. If you just think of the Sanatana Dharma as a whole, the Sanatana Dharma, why you call it as that adjective Sanatana has got a special significance. It's simply meaning eternal. It means eternity. Shashvatam, Sanatana. Dharma need not have any adjective. Dharma doesn't require any visheshana at all. But still we say Sanatana Dharma just to highlight the fact that Dharma is eternal. That is the core of the word, meaning of it, Sanatana. And in Sanatana Dharma, Sanskriti, when you say Sanskriti, it is the conduct during our lives, how when we live, how do we conduct ourselves. That is what is called as Sanatana Dharma, Samskriti. So once you have an idea of this one, all our conduct is based upon the Vedas, part of which is the Vedanta. Vedanta is not a separate thing. Vedanta is part of the Vedas. So a technical definition of the word Vedanta is Vedanto Nama Upanishad Pramanam. If you want to technically define Vedanta, Vedanto Nama Upanishad Pramanam. And if you split the word and try to get the etymology, not the etymology, what you call as the meaning of that word, Vedasya Antaha Vedanta. Vedasya Antaha Vedanta. When you say end of the Vedas, it's like saying A to Z of the Vedas in one meaning. Or you call it as Veda Shira, the head of the Vedas. It's also called as Veda Shira. Vedanta is called as Veda Shira or Vedanta. When you say Siddhanta, the meaning Siddhanta means that which has already been established. That is where the word Anta is used. Anta is not just the end part, it is the finality. So if you apply your intelligence and then look at the entire content of the Vedas and then see the Upanishads, then you arrive at some conclusion that's called as the Vedanta Sara. Vedanta Sara. The Saram is the essence. So whatever we see in the life of Bhagavan Sri Ramana, the bodily aspect, we just keep that aside. Bodily aspect, we keep that aside. Physical body and what is his history and then all that. The teaching or the practice of spiritual sadhana which he has propagated or answered questions. He need not have to propagate. No? There is no need for him to propagate. Somebody asks a question, comes to him, then he answers. That's all. That is one thing which we should understand about the Mahatmas. They need not do anything. They are not bound to do anything. But they do. So when somebody comes and asks, we answer. What is the answer? He used to say, Enquiry. Who am I? This is the basic essence of this. Who am I? But from the study what our gurus have given us, I could make out that this question was earlier also asked. But naturally in the modern era of printing and then propagation and then media, it has come out more attributed to Bhagavan Ramana because it is, one could see him in this century, one could see him practically practicing it, actually practicing it and enabling others to practice also through his beautiful words and everything, one could see that. So where was this question asked, if you say? Adi Shankaracharya has beautifully put in Bhajagovali. Kastvam koham uta ayata. Kastvam koham uta ayata. Kame janani kome tata. Iti paribhavaya sarvam asaram vishvam tyaktva swapna vicharam. Straight verse. In another verse of it. Kate kanta kaste putra sansaroyam ativa vichitra kasyatvam kahakut ayata tattvam chintaya tadiha bhrata. Who are you? Who is the one whom you call as wife? Who is the one whom you call with different names? From where have they come? And meditate upon this. Meditate upon this. That is where you can find that source there. And in the Nijaguna Shiva Yogi in Kannada, he says, Aru nanendu vicharisu. Aru nanu endu vicharisu vishama samsara vidanu kanasendu ari. Nijaguna Shiva Yogi, 15th century. So like this, many Mahatmas have put this question. Because that is the source. Where is the source? It is in the Upanishads. Source in the Upanishads. From the Upanishads only this question, and then in the Upadesha Panchakam of Adi Shankaracharya. Ekante sukhamasyatam paratare chetas samadhiyatam purnatma susamikshatam jagadidam tadvaditam drishyatam prakarma pravilapyatam chitibalan apyuttareshtisyatam prarabdham vihabujyatam ataparbrahmatmanasthyatam. Beautiful verse of Adi Shankaracharya. There also there is an enquiry. Who are you? Who you are? Beautiful. Sadvidvan upasarpyatam pradidam tatpaduke sevyatam. Go to a Sadvidvan and then serve him pratidinam. Absolutely no compromise at all. So in this manner the path has been shown, and also the question has been indicated in many places. So what exactly are they? Why I am not taking only Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi in this context? I told you, we have the credit is to be given in the manner it has actually come. So that is the way the Mahatmas have been questioning all the way. So what exactly is the essence of that question, and is it adaptable to our lives? Can this question be put by me now? And if I put this question to myself, how do I proceed with that? How do I proceed with does it remain as a question, or will the answer come from within me, or somebody is going to tell me the answer? All these things arise. So the very first step in understanding this particular who am I is no discussion, no theory. Simply go and sit down and start. You have to sit down alone only. You have to sit down alone only. And when you sit down alone, you ought to make sure that nobody is going to disturb you when you are putting that question, for whatever time you decide. Many people ask me, how long should one meditate every day? No limit for meditation, because the answer has to come. How long should one boil milk? How long is it necessary to boil milk? If you ask a question, till it boils. How long does it take to remove butter from the milk? Till the butter comes. So there is no question of how long. It's a continuous question. It's a continuous question. But why is that necessary? The isolation necessary? The isolation is necessary to at least get a glimpse of what happens when you question like that. In your day-to-day life, when you are doing this one, you may not get the answer so easily. The distractions will be too much. So you go and sit down, and whether you call it as pain or pleasure, sit down and question yourself. Once you start questioning, who am I? Then several answers will come to you. The ones who have listened to some amount of discourses and everything, you will know how to negate. You will know how to negate what you are not. You will know how to negate. Theoretically, you will know how to negate. The mental process also, you will know how to negate. But negation is, to what extent you are negating is, you will negate to a certain extent, and then that watch will be visible to you. Clock will be able to remember the clock. So what happens? The negation is not completed. Neti is not completed. So the process has to be completed, absolutely complete it has to be. And that completion of the process, how does it happen? When you start negating. The question is, who am I? You let the answers come in the normal sense. How do you reply to somebody if somebody asks you, who are you? How do you reply? I am so and so. First thing we say is the name. Yaar neenga? So you have to somehow make them understand. No? So and in our culture, normally ladies don't they say their names. They will have to relate them by some of them. If it's a male, he may say, I am so and so, he may say. And in some amount, to a certain extent, because of the professional development, one person, I am Sunita. For example, I am Sunita. Immediately they may say, I am Sunita. Give that answer to yourself. Oh, I am. Am I that? Why am I not that? Because that is a name given to me. And the name was given to me, that is called as Nama Karanam. Naming ceremony. So naming ceremony. So you recollect all the things which you have named. You named, for example, your institution. The institution had no name, so you gave the institution a name. The publication did not have a name. You said B. We named it. And then your pets did not have names. You gave pets names. And then so many things. Then for example, the quotations. So many things you are continuously naming. So it is a clear fact that the name has been given, indicating that there was no name. So what was your name before your naming ceremony? What was your name before your naming ceremony? So there was, if at all there was a name, there was a common gender or general name. Was there a baby or something was there? So that name is not your identity. So are you able to now digest this, that is not your identity?
No, sir.
Not able to digest. So let us take some hajmola. Not able to digest. Once again, put the same question to the other person's name. Now you have to attack that with all your vigor now. I have been named, although I am not able to accept it, I accept it now, because I myself know that there are many children who have been named in my presence, or I know that the naming ceremony is a fact. It's a reality in the world. Therefore, I also have been named. It's not, I have not seen myself being named. I don't have a video of that being named ceremony, but I know, intellectually I know that naming has been done. So now, intellectual conviction has come. Intellectual conviction has come that I have been named. That's all. I am not negating the name still. It's not possible to negate that. I am not. So, name has been given, therefore, I did not have a name earlier. This is an intellectual, just like a mathematical conclusion we have come to. Same thing applies to everybody and everything in this world. You know the development of language and words, vocabulary development. Beautiful science, vocabulary development. Even till this day, scholars are working on developing the vocabulary of each and every language. Even today they are working. The colloquial words are taken. For example, yesterday there was some message on some particular thing that around 60 words from the Indian language have become English words now. Guru, Om, Yoga, all these things have become now English words. So that means there is a continuous research going on. Collins, Oxford, everybody they are taking words, and then so that means how would have the first words become? It's a beautiful topic. Very first time when people communicated, how did the first word come? We can understand that sign language. Even today we have sign languages. So sign language has been there. We can understand because somehow the communication had to be done. They started. How did the first word come? Let's say jalam, water. Jalam or water. How did that first word come? So can we say that somebody, some intellectual person simply brought out a sound? Can you see? It's so difficult to digest. You see this? Let us say the water was there, and he has become a little old. Now he is telling that he can maximum he can share. I want that water, he can say. But how did the word come out? It's very interesting. How did the word come out? You're not able to answer that because it came. But our scriptures have got a beautiful, 100% clear method of saying that. They say the word came from God. That's it. And you find the same word in the Bible, the exact words. First there was the word, then there was God, then God said the word. Something like that is there. I don't recall the exact words.
Amampan Niswada.
What?
Niswada Amampan. No, that's what.
Yeah, that's what. This is Latin. So you, now again, coming to logic. We know that it's 2000 years old. Bible, New Testament, Old Testament. Even if we take it to 2,000 or 3,000 years old, take it. But what you find there, it's already there in the Vedas. And we know the Vedas have been practiced since time immemorial. Shabda Brahma. Om Ekaksharam Brahma Vyaharan Ma Manusmaran. Bhagavad Gita. And you see the Mundaka Upanishad gives you still detail about the Omkara. And you see again there is the Big Bang Theory. Big Bang Theory is there, which there was an explosion and then the universe came. You say Omkara, Vispota. Beautiful word used in the Shastra is Vispota, explosion. Vispota. So you have sound itself has been Shabda Brahmamayi, Para Characharamayi, Jyotirmayi, Vangmayi. Shabda Brahmamayi, Characharamayi, Jyotirmayi, Vangmayi. So Shabda Brahmamayi, first itself, that is the Avyakta Paramatma. Avyakta is unmanifest Paramatma. Reveals himself as the word. So the 10 commandments, recent. You see how many thousands of years already the commandments are there. Therefore, the entire Vedas have been revealed even before man started communicating with each other. And the rishis heard them. Therefore, Jalam is not invented by man. The Sanskrit words are not a result of research. The Sanskrit words are not a result of research. The original Sanskrit words are revelations. And then you see the Patanjalis from the Dhammurukam coming, the 14 sutras coming out from the beautiful. Panini Rishi, he was a student trying to learn grammar, but he was not so intelligent. His two co-students there, Patanjali Rishi and Katyayana Rishi. So they used to tease him. You are useless, dull-headed, foolish. So Panini Rishi was totally dejected. He goes and sits down and starts meditating upon Shiva. Kind Shiva, Ashutosha is called as Ashutosha. Immediately he will be pleased. The moment you say Om, he will be pleased. So he just appears in the Tandava Nritya. He appears in the Tandava Nritya. And he chooses the time when the 4 rishis are passing by. Sanaka, Sanandana, Sanatana, Sanatkumar are passing by. He chooses that time. So then he sounds the Damru. The Damru comes 14 sounds. I, U, R, E, O, I, O, Hayavarala, Nyamanana, Jaba, Ladada, Jabadada, Kapa Chatata, Chatata, Kapa Shishasa, Ha. These sounds come from this. Then he gives darshan to Panini, to the 4 rishis, and he goes away. Then Panini has heard the sounds, it registers, because grace is there, just register, but he doesn't understand anything. He has come to propitiate Shiva to get intelligence, but he has given the sounds and then gone. Then again Asharirvani says, don't worry, you go and meet Nandi, he is a Vakarana scholar. Nandi is a scholar of grammar, so he goes and meets Nandi and propitiates him. Nandi says, add this last letters, 14 last letters called as its. Then A, I, U becomes I, Un, Ril, Eom, Ayouch, Hayavarat, Lund, Nyamananam, Javan, Nadadash, Jabaganadash, Kapachatata, Kapayashasarha. Immediately, in one flash, he gets the 3,800 sutras in his mind. Just a flash like that. Everything is organized now. Everything is organized. Now Panini is no more the dull-headed. He is a grammarian. Vayyakarana. Then they become Munitrayam. Patanjali is astonished. Katyayana is astonished. Patanjali Rishi writes the Bhashya. And Katyayana Rishi writes he fills up the blanks. What Panini uttered is called as Vartika. Munitrayam. Bhashyakaram Vararuchim. Bhashyakaram Vararuchim. Paninim Sutra. The Vartik Katyam. Bhashyakaram Vararuchim. Paninim Sutrakarancha. But that's Bhashyakaram Vararuchim. Bhashyakaram Patanjalim, Paninim Sutrakarancha, Pranatosme Munitrayam. You start studying. That is the way sound. The entire Sanskrit grammar comes by grace. And here we have doing research to produce words and sounds and everything. All has come from Brahma, directly from Brahma. So once I got this meaning and this experience of this sound, I have no more doubt that man has not made sound and not made sounds. He has not made any words. The words are only been developed after the source came. Vrittavasani Natara. Even music is like that. Music is also like that. Music is also like that. Samagana. From Samagana it has come Samagana. And you see, these are all stories, okay? For others, not for us, okay? Narayana is lying down. Narayana is lying down on the Ananta Shayana. Samudra Raja, one day he sees the feet, Narayana, lotus feet of Narayana, folds his hands. He not only sees the feet, he sees the Shankha, Chakra and all the symbols on his feet. Then the entire Shastra is revealed to Samudra Maharaja. That is Samudrika Shastra or palmistry. Samudrika Shastra is palmistry. So you cannot attribute any knowledge in this world to man. All has come from Brahma. So therefore, the question is, who am I? Who am I? So the name was not there. It has been given. The name has been given. Therefore, all the names of all the things in this world has been given. They have been named. Once you start naming Parvatam, Samudraha, Vayuhu, Vrikshaha, Phalam. And all this has come from Paramatma. Remember, Sanskrit, all the words have come from. Therefore, the Jagat itself is Nama Rupatmakam Jagat. Let us say, now we spoke about the Nama. What was this body before I was born? See the modification of the body. The moment I was born, then only the date of birth and there was one Vyakti. Vyakti has been born. Vyakti is born. Now you go back, what do you call this? Not flashback, you can run the movie backwards now. The baby is there before the delivery, it's there in the womb, and then it goes back, and then it's there in the male's body. It's there in the male's body. How did it come to the male's body? It came from the food. Came from the food. Therefore, the body, physical body, has come from food, and food is from earth. Food is from earth. Brahmashraya Maya Asti. Tata Akashas Sambhutaha. Akashad Vayu. Vayus Teja. Tejasa Apaha. Adbhya Prithvi. Prithivya Oshadaya. Oshadibhyo Annam. Annad Bhutani. This is all absolutely established truths. Established truths. So now once you come there, you go back and see where do you go. Now the question arises, from where did this I come? Bhutani I can understand. The body is coming out from another body. That I can understand. Name is given. So body is also now understood. The source of the body is understood. The name also is given. Both are understood. From where did the I come? From where did the I come? Now once again come back to the question. All this is happening when you are meditating. See, the beauty of our Shastras is, Upadesha Panchakam Shankaracharya says, what is that word? He says, Natu vritha vakyam samucharyatam. He says you, according to the scriptures you question. Dustarkat suviramyatam shrutimatas tarko nusandhiyatam. Dustarkat suviramyatam. See, these two words again I'm telling you, if you listen to these words, it gives a thrill. He says, don't debate simply. Don't debate simply with your intelligence. Don't debate. Debate with the fundament of the scripture. Take the scripture's fundament and then, because you think that you are the first thinker, it's foolishness. You think you are the first thinker. No, I got an idea. Isn't it brilliant? I got an idea. As though you are the first one to bring this idea. Dustarkat suviramyatam shrutimatas tarkonu sandhiyatam. Shrutimataha tarka. Shrutimataha tarka means Shruti, Veda, Mataha, according to the opinion of Tarka. Bring your debate based on the Vedas. Dustarkat suviramyatam Shrutimatas tarkonu sandhiyatam. The Upadesha Panchakam is another glorious compilation by Acharya. Just meditate upon that. The Upadesha Panchakam itself is sufficient for all sadhana. Nothing else is required. So now you start. Little amount of help you require. You understood that the body has come from the another body. So now my identity as the body, I can just say I am a pound of flesh. Yes, I can say I am just a lump of flesh. It has got some form. X has got some form, Y has got some form, Z has got. There's all the permutations and combination. RGB, red, green, and blue, or CMYK, whatever you want, you can say. Just put any value you can put it. They're all just combinations of little longer nose and a shorter ear, and then a longer eye, and then bigger forehead. Something you keep on adding. These people, the police, when they try to identify some person, they take a description from the detectives. They give a description, and suddenly you see on screen some faces are being shown there. There's a machine. There's a machine. You just describe the face according to what you know. Just describe the face according to what you know. Is he fair? No. Immediately dark faces will come. Is he tall? No. Immediately short figures will come. 5'5.5"? No, a little more than that. 5 feet 60, 5 feet 7. And ultimately, with all these words, the machine keeps on taking, and it gives you then suddenly is identified. Identified. The person is identified and said this. So these are all combinations. Body is just a permutation and combination. When we were small, there were 3 children in the neighborhood. They're sisters. Bharati, Jayanti and Malti. So there was a scholar who used to come and then teach us something, whatever you say. See, what is this? Permutation and combination. We didn't understand permutation and combination. Say, Bharati, Jayanti, Malti, Jayanti, Malti, Bharati, just keep on turning. So with 3, how many combinations we can get? Just put one in front and one at the back and one in the center and keep on doing it permutation and combination. So whatever faces we have, whatever colors we have, everything is simply a permutation combination. That's why Adi Shankaracharya says, Etan mamsa vasadi vikaram. Etan mamsa vasadi vikaram. Then completely we forget when you look at the mirror. The moment you see the mirror, completely forget that it's a mamsa pinda. And you come to say, do I look like that Kapoor or this Kapoor? Whom do I look like? And then thoda sa yadi baal theek nahi to usko bhi theek karke. और गला भी देखिए, गला. Do I sing like Jayasudas? Do I sing like Jayasudas? So compare and see. And then ultimately voice also is a permutation. The vocal cords are made of small tissues. No? Thoda mota bana de to Allah. And then you put some beetle leaf and nut. तो जीप थोड़ा बड़ा हो जाएगा. I remember the story of the sheep and the wicked wolf. Wicked wolves, long time we read. Wicked wolf, it's simple. Whether it's true or not, it makes so much sense. So, what the wolf did, it dressed itself as the mother grandma, and it took some chalk piece and then spoke like the grandma. All this is completely 100% the possibility of the modifications. These are all changing factors. Continuously changing factors.
So we are totally identified with it.
Totally identified. That's right. To remove this, how difficult it is, you know, how difficult it is. Again, I tell a definite topic of difficulty, I remember one more thing. Captain Haddock intensity. Somebody throws a chewing gum. Take it and throw it, comes back here. The identity is so strongly deep-rooted. You think you are removed, completely free from that identity. Somebody comes and tells you, you know, in this Om Jai Jagadish Hare, and we are singing, मैं मूर्ख खल कामी मैं सेवक तुम स्वामी कृपा करो. You are telling yourself, मैं मूर्ख. After the song, somebody goes, मूर्ख. मुझे मूर्ख बोल देता. कितना अच्छा लगता है आरती कह रहे हैं. Beautifully expressed in front of God. Somebody should call you मूर्ख.
So somebody will look at us like this. We feel so threatened. We feel so threatened.
How impossible it is to decide. Work on it now. Start. Who am I? You know, reveals all these things. But you are biased. You are so biased that you cut short the question there itself. Absolutely, you don't allow it to go further because you're going to lose your identity. All the way, the one which you're sticking to till today, you've been sticking to it. You thought that is the treasure. All your certificates, you see. This certificate has been awarded to so and so person for his excellent performance. The performer. I am the performer. Itna identity hai ki nahi? So much is the deep-rooted identity, and we talk about Ramana Maharshi. Soch ke dekhna. So now, how much is the difficulty to lose the identity? Because you don't sit down and meditate upon that one. You don't meditate upon it. You are happy. You are happy with these identities. These identities keep on transacting. And you don't realize that days are passing. Not minutes or seconds are passing. Days are passing. And who's postponing the realization? So that is one of the reasons why sannyasa was glorified so much. The reason is, it's a decision. Not that many other Mahatmas have even become jnanis even in this life. But sannyasa, why it was glorified? Because it's an urgency. Topmost priority is only for that one. There is no other priority. How long can I continue with this falsehood? How long can I continue with this falsehood? And then the falsehood is so, it appears so real. It is so real. So, deha, you discard the deha satyatva. It's not permanent. It's a modified, continuously modified reality. It's continuously modified. And nama, you thought only one name is for you. You got different names also. You were called a baby, you were called with a name, and then you were called as a boy or a girl, and then you were called something else, and you were called as a wife and a husband and a son and daughter, granddaughter, niece. Kya naam mila? Engineer. Many names you got. And each time some name was called, you identified yourself with that. You identified yourself.
Including a devotee.
Yes, even the identification of devotees also the name only. Yes, even that's an identification. So now you roughly know. Roughly you know that the name is not a permanent thing and the form is also not a permanent thing. Only one thing I find that I is permanent. I is there. When I was a child also the I was there. It is there now also. So this sense of I, can I say it is a thought? I'm able to do one more analysis. Can we call it a thought? Because a thought is coming and going. For example, I am thinking about, let us say it's 12:45. I am thinking about an appointment. It's a thought. A thought arises in me that about 1 I have got an appointment. It's a thought which arises and goes. The thought has arose Where? First question. Where has the thought arose? And who is the one who is seeing that thought, or who is the thinker? Is he absent or present? Can there be a thought without a thinker? Try to see all the thoughts, whatever you have perceived till today. எண்ணங்கள், அந்த எண்ணங்களுக்கு பின்னாடி எண்ணுபவன் இருக்கானா இல்லையா? Is there somebody who is actually the thinker there or not? Was there not a time when there was no thought? I don't seem to have any thoughts at all. There was a time that also. So now you have another perspective. That means if I now try to arrive body, I have understood some sorts, somewhat roughly. I have understood about names. The thought is arising. Many thoughts are coming. For example, I will give a series of thoughts. See, the moment how the thoughts connected with the words and forms, you see, thought words connected. To how to manipulate the thoughts. We can manipulate the thoughts. Now you are all listening to me. Suddenly I can shift your mind to somewhere else. How to shift your mind? The old man of Borneo had just come to town. The old man of Borneo had just come to town. The wife of the old man of Borneo had just come to town. Thoughts are arising in you. The child of the wife of the old man of Borneo had just come to town. The nurse of the child of the old man of Borneo had just come to town. The dog of the nurse of the child of the wife of the old man of Borneo had just come to town. The pup of the dog of the nurse of the child of the wife of the old man of just come to town. Simply by words, your thoughts are manipulated.
Yes.
And still, the one who is seeing this and hearing this is not the thought. The I is not the thought, you see. It is behind the thought. It is behind the thought and even behind the perception also. The one who is seeing with these eyes is not the I. There is a person who is seeing behind the eye. Behind the EYE, not behind the I. Behind the EYE, there is a person seeing. So everything, all the perceptions are never devoid of I. Are never devoid. Even let us say, I don't want to use the word I also, but there is somebody. There is somebody who is actually, there is a perceiver. There is a perceiver, there is a thinker, there is a listener, there is a seer, there is a taster. The one who touches and feels it. There is somebody who is doing it. So, what is that? Then I come. Now, for the sake of transactions only we use the word I, please remember. Only for the sake of transaction. That is, only tell me the first time when you use the word I in English. Just try to recollect. Most probably, it is when your parents were teaching you how to speak. Somebody you heard the elders saying, for example, your elder brother, father was going out somewhere and the elder brother said, can I come? Shall I come? I am coming. Something like this. Then I also want to come. So you and I, called as the first person and the second person, were introduced to you. The word I was not known to you, but you knew that you are different. But the I was not introduced, the word I was not introduced to you. So without the word I also, which is again a name. So who am I is not the word I. The question who am I is not the word I, it is the sense of a separate individual. That sense of a separate individual. But you see how misleading it is. When I say you means 100% is that body only. When I say I spoke to him means what you gather from me is that I spoke to that particular person of them. You can never gather that. But when it comes to I can gather that there is a separate person. But you, it's very difficult to gather. Because the person you is identified completely with the body, 100% identified with the body. I spoke to him. I spoke to him means it's very difficult to analyze that I spoke to the person behind the listener. But whereas I heard means I am very clear. Sound is different, the body is different, I am different. Whereas when the other person speaks about his I, he can understand. But first person to inquire about yourself is easier than to inquire in the other person's identity. So, what am I? Who am I? Once you come to know this, dwell. To a certain extent you know, to a certain extent. You know that the body is not you. The body is not you, and the name also is not you. And then, what is that? Word I, Nan, is not you. Then you sit down. Now, next comes to perishing. Let us say, when you, before perishing, you come to states, three different states. The normal state, what we are saying now, we call it as the waking state, Jagrat Avastha. This particular state, you call it as the Jagrat Avastha. In this Avastha, we are aware of that I. We are aware of that I. And we are transacting as though the body is the I, but we know that there is an I. Some rough idea we got. Then comes to the other Avastha, Swapna Avastha. You see in the Swapna Avastha, during the dream state. Now, to put a very concrete example, there is a dream. Activity is going on in the dream. There is a satsang going on in the dream. Somebody is sitting, somebody is talking. And then you are also present in that, in a physical manner, you are seeing the physical body. But who is seeing that dream? Who is the one who is the witness of that dream? Because you are asleep. You are lying down. And even the intellectual analysis of I is not there. The intellectual analysis, what you are doing now, is not there. You are sleeping. But there is somebody who is seeing the dream. In that dream, you also are there. Physical form is there. Physical form you can see, you are there. But there is somebody else who is seeing the dream. Who is that person who is seeing the dream?
Is my soul seeing the dream?
We'll answer that. But are you able to see the analysis? Who is that? Because only after you wake up, you know that you dreamt.
So,
Only when you wake up. Otherwise, suppose you are dreaming, it looks absolutely 100% true during the dream. And the effect of the dream, to show that it has happened, you see, but suppose you are falling down from a cliff. After you wake up also,
actually falling.
Actually, see, can you see, if you were on a cliff in the waking state, you would have panted out of fear. But the dream has got the effect of making you pant. Physically you are panting, but it has happened in the dream. So how real that is also. Can you see the reality of that one? Therefore, who is the one who is watching the dream? Second question. The third state. Third state is called as the deep sleep state. Let us say you did not have a dream. You did not have a dream. Now you are sleeping nicely. During the sleep, you were not aware where you were. You are not at all aware. How do you know that you were not aware? Because you did not have any dream. Okay. And then when people passed you also, you were not aware of that one. Comparing it to the waking state. The dream state, that is the sleep state, you are comparing it to the waking state. Normally you are aware. When somebody passes you are aware somebody is passing you. But now you are not aware. And once you wake up, what are you telling? Did you sleep well? I slept very well. I didn't know where I was. I didn't know where I was. Now, a close analysis of the statement, you see, I slept very well. Sukham aham asvapasam na kinchid avedisham. If you had said, this body slept very well, it's okay. What did he say? I slept very well. I slept very well. It was very, very pleasant. Who experienced the pleasure in the sleep? Who experienced the pleasure during the sleep? And the suvatta yaar anubhichanga. So now in the waking state, you know there is somebody. In the dream state, you know there is somebody in the waking sleep. Now come to the samadhi state. See what a beautiful state that is. In the samadhi state, what is happening now? You are not asleep. You are not dreaming. You are not dreaming. You are awake. Initially, before you enter that state, you are awake, absolutely awake. But what have you done? You have completely shut off the indriyas. consciously shutting off the indriyas. That's why you close your eyes. Once you close your eyes, let us say initially, sound of the AC is being heard, fan is being heard. Very gradually what happens? Your breathing becomes slower and slower and slower and slower, and absolute minimum breathing will be going on, because there is no effort on your soul to end the body. There is no effort to end the body. You are not depriving it of anything. Maximum slowly pain may, because of your inability to practice. Suppose you don't have pain. What will happen then? Gradually, your attention from the external world is going towards the inside. Your attention from the going towards the inside completely. Once it has gone, there is only one thing existing, you alone, not the body also. Sense of I, not in the sense of the word I am saying, repeat, not the I word I am talking, the existence. The existence alone is there. It's a beautiful state. It's a beautiful state. And you remember, Mano buddhyahankara chittani naham. I'm not the mind, I'm not the buddhi, I'm not the ahankara, I'm not the chitta. Nacha shrotra jihve, nacha grana netre. I'm neither the ears, nor the eyes, nor the smell, nor the tongue. Nacha vyoma bhumi, na tejo, na vayu. I'm not the earth, I'm not the fire, I'm not the water, I'm not the sky, not vayu also. Chidananda, I don't understand this word. Chidananda Rupa, I don't understand. Shivoham, I don't understand. I know only one thing I know, that I exist. I just know existence. So dwell on that. Dwell. As you dwell only, you come to know. After that, what happens is purely experiential. Hari Om Tat Sat. Only